Sleeping is very important no matter what you do or who you are. You would hear that some people would say that they sleep just 2 hours a night. You hear other people say they sleep 8 hours a night. Trust me, it's very important. In this video, I'm going to share my story, my experience with how I was able to, you know, uh, get fast in my career with little or no sleep for some days, and the consequences I got to live with. I had to live with. So when I started my career as a software engineer, in fact, before I started my career as a software engineer, while in school in the university, studying computer engineering, we usually go to classes in the night to study. There's something we call TDP, till daybreak. So we'll go to the classes and we'll study all night. Sometimes not really studying, but you would sleep and you wake up, you continue just like that. But you find out that the sleep was not enough because we will be sitting all night trying to grasp some concept from our notebooks. So most of those times I do that so much because as an engineering student back then in school, you would agree with me if you studied engineering or something that's very professional like engineering, you would agree with me that you just have to study to pass your exams. You can't not study and expect to pass very well. So I was that kind of a student that would always go to classes and try to study so much so that I will pass very well. Now, fast forward after I graduated, I continued my career into software, and then I knew that I had to continue that kind of lifestyle, which in essence is pretty not good because from my experience of how sleep works, if you don't sleep well, you will not function well. You will end up making some kind of mistakes. So when I started my career in software, I would stay up all night, work till 3, 4 a.m., wake up 5:30, 6 p.m., dress up and go to work, you know. So I would go to work, and when I get to the office, I would just have to rely on coffee from the office so as to keep awake and stay active all day. And it works for me. It works very well because coffee, because of the caffeine in it, will help you get active for the rest of the day. But any day I don't take coffee, I'll end up sleeping at work. So I'll have to take coffee. When that coffee looks like it's expiring in my system, I have to top it again, from the and I kept on doing it successfully. But not until I okay, number first of all, it was good at first. I was able to, get fast ahead in my career, got some certifications, got to learn so many things quicker and faster, and but it got its grip on me because sometimes I'll be making some kind of mistakes at the office, especially on the days that I didn't take coffee. It got to a point that even after taking coffee and staying awake all night, I would have to, I would in fact my system would tell me that no, you need to sleep. And I'll be making some kind of mistakes that on a normal day, when you're writing code and you would make a you would, after writing some set of code, you go back, you leave that section of Visual Studio, for example, and you come back to it and you ask yourself, when did I write this? What I had that feeling. It wasn't funny, but it got to a point when, luckily for me, my company, there was a health talk that was sponsored by the health department of my company where I currently work. The theme of that topic is sleep and how to get enough of it. So in this topic, the anchors of the program did not just talk about why sleep is good. They told us how beneficial it should be and asked us to make it a point of duty to always sleep at least 6 hours every night. That no matter what you're doing, try as much as you can to get a chunk of I'll say 6 hours, sorry, 8 hours, a chunk of 8 good hours of good sleep. They gave us some examples, some things to help us achieve this, making sure that you set out your time properly. Let's say by 8 p.m. you're done with everything you want to do. By 9, 10 p.m. you're already set to go to bed. You put off your lights because lightning does not help you sleep. Put off your lightning in your rooms. You take out all the gadgets, your phones, your laptop, whatever would keep you awake. So these were some of the things they wanted us to do in order for us to get to bed early, so that as soon as you go to bed, maybe around 9 p.m., 9, 10, 11, 12, by 5 a.m., you're already having your 8 good hours of sleep. So it was something I started, and it really worked very well for me. Now I can't even remember for the past 1 month, I haven't taken coffee nor anything that has caffeine. In fact, as at that time, coffee was no longer enough for me. After taking coffee, the normal coffee, I still feel sleepy. So I had to upgrade, I had to augment it with energy drinks. Yeah. So I would take an energy drink, and I would get the full effect of what I wanted. I'll be so active, I'll be so agile, I could be multitasking, like I'll be like a god, like a genius. I'll be doing so many things at the same time. I could be writing 4 different codes at the same time, 2 different laptops, and so it works, but you would have to get the consequences to contend with. So today I would like to say to all our developers out there, software writing, software development is a thing of the mind, is a thing of the brain. So if you don't get your brain rested from the day's work, well rested, before going into the next day's work or the next day's task, you will end up having some challenges that you might not want to experience. You will end up making some kind of mistakes. You might end up not even concentrating properly. You might end up, in fact, you will just be less productive, lesser than you should normally be. So today I'm asking us that no matter what we are doing, once it is, let's say 10 p.m., let's get down to sleep no matter what we are doing, because when we sleep, we are re-energizing ourselves. We are like recharging our batteries for the next day's task. And no matter what we want to do, we should try as much as we can to make the rest of the day, make our time, like schedule our time so that everything we need to do will all fit in within the day that we are awake, and not keeping some things for the later night. Yeah, so thank you very much for watching this video, and I will see you in our next video, which will be coming up anytime soon. So if you have not subscribed to my channel, if you think this is very insightful and this is very good, kindly consider subscribing to my channel, because you'll be getting more of these insights and suggestions coming your way often and on. So kindly like the video if you think it's actually good, and subscribe to our channel, and as well share, because you don't know whose life you might be touching with this video. So thank you and have a blessed day.